Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much. In this occasion, I would like to present our paper based on community service. The title is Nationalism Crisis of Indonesian Diaspora in Penang, Malaysia. Uh, I am Dr. Ahmad Sahide, SCPMA, as the team leader of this community service. And the members, Professor Dr. Ali Muhammad, MA, from Master of International Relations postgraduate program. Uh, the program scheme is International Regular of Community Service. Uh, yeah, based on our community service, we find out some problems about the Indonesian migrant worker in Penang, Malaysia. First is the migrant worker in Malaysia is they are big populations. Mostly of them have been living in Penang more than 10 years long, and they, based on our community service, the dialogue we did with them when we uh, visiting Penang for this agenda, many of them don't have any uh, clear planning about the future. I mean that whether they want to go back to Indonesia to find the normal job, not as the migrant worker anymore in Penang, Malaysia. Another problems that we find from this community service that many of them are undocumented. So they are actually stateless, even though they claim they they are in Indonesians. They claim that they are Indonesians. They claim the nationality as the Indonesian people, but the problem is they don't have any uh, documents, and it's also the big amounts of migrant worker in Malaysia don't have any any documents. So they claim they're Indonesian. They don't have any documents, and also based on our community service, mostly because they have lived in Penang more than 10 years. Many of them get married there and they have children. And the problem is one thing that they know about Indonesia, just Indonesia. If we ask them more about what do you know about Indonesia, about the the Philippines and the culture, the ethnic, many of them do not have understanding about that. Also, there are lack of uh, national insight. So the objective of this community service to implement and to increase the nationalism spirit for the Indonesian diaspora in Penang, and also the target is the Indonesian migrants worker in Penang, Malaysia. How we did this research? We did this community service by visiting there to have to give the lecture directly in Penang, and so we were there in May, and also we asked them to toward the nationalism period. That's one of the ways for us to give them understanding about Indonesia, and also we did the dialogue with them. And before we give the lecture, we give the community service, we share the questionnaire for them to fill, and also there is also the post questionnaire to understand whether there is the impact of the community service that we did with them or not. We have finding about them based on our community service. They have limited access of education because they are undocumented, many of them. So to have formal education, it will be difficult for them. There is the non-governmental organizations try to give the alternative educations for them, but also it's difficult for them because they don't have a formal education. So that's the problems faced by the children's uh, of Indonesian migrant worker in Malaysia. So the next impact of that, because they have limited access of educations, of course they lack of understanding about Indonesia, and they do not have a better planning in the future. So it is so important for the Indonesian governments to find out the solutions of the Indonesian migrant worker in Malaysia, mainly in Penang. There are many problems and needs the states to come there to find out the solutions of the Indonesians migrant worker in Penang. Thank you. I think that's all that I can present for the presentations. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.